Hey guys, I want to talk briefly about this session 10 of capitals. So, capital letters are super important in our writing. And capitals, as you advance as a reader, you'll notice that authors use capitals more and more. And it's important to ask ourselves why the author is using that capital letter. What situation is it that makes that capital letter important? So, our goal today is to do an inquiry asking the question, why is the author using a capital letter here? Why did they put it in this spot in their writing? So, we're going to look at an example of a letter written about Stink, the incredibly super galactic jawbreaker. I will read it to you, and as you read along with me, ask yourself the question, why is this author using a capital letter? All right, so let's go to our Google Classroom and pull up that page. So here is our capital letters page. All right, here it is. Dear reader. So I would capitalize. I noticed the D here is capitalized and the R here is capitalized. Why do you think that is? Well, this is talking to someone specifically, right? So dear is the beginning of our sentence and R is the reader, right? Stink and the Incredibly Super Galactic Jawbreaker is a funny book. Stink and his sister, Judy, are always fighting. In one part, they're in a candy store. Stink says that he's going to tell their dad that Judy is acting like a kid in a candy store. Judy says, but I am a kid in a candy store. Then Stink starts to talk about how the name of the candy store is spelled wrong because it's named Candy Company. That's the name of the company. And when we come across names, those are definitely reasons why do we capitalize, right? And everyone knows that the words candy and company are spelled with a C. So Stink and Judy are both so silly. So Stink and Judy are the names, so they would be capitalized. In your notebook, you'll notice this is our anchor chart. So the beginning of sentence, that's when we need to capitalize. And we saw that with dear. So it was getting late. So they capitalized the first letter of the sentence. And the second reason, the first letter of a person's name. So Mercy is the first letter, Stink, the first letter, were needed to be capitalized. The first letter in all the words of the title of a business or a place, like New York City or Hudson Books. Those are a place, or in our story, Candy Company, right? The K and the K. All the letters in the word that show that it's loud or important. So if you had a boom or a crash, all those letters would be capitalized to show that it's really, really important and it's loud. All right. So today, when you have your assignment, I wanted you to highlight the capital letters and think about, why did the author highlight those capital letters? Why did they make them a capital letter there? If we go back to our Google Classroom, I will pull up our session 10 PowerPoint again. And as I went through, I read about capital letters, remembering our goal is to ask ourselves why the author is using the capital letter. Okay. So what capitals did you notice and why? All right. So our anchor chart has all that information of why. Once again, I want to make sure I talk to you about the reasons to use capital letters, the beginning of a sentence, the first letter of someone's name, the first letter in a title or a business, all the letters in a word that show that it's loud or important. Those are reasons to use capital letters. So our activity I talked about, I also would like you to reread your writing, the writing that you're doing in your journal about your opinions of your book. In your opinions, look for places where you can make capital letters, where it's important that they're used. So go back and reread. Once you've gotten your anchor chart made today, once you've highlighted your capital letters, reread your writing so that you can look for capital letters and make sure they're taken care of in your writing. Remember, reasons to use capital letters: the beginning of a sentence, the first letter of someone's name, the first letter in a title or business, and all the letters in a word to show that the word is loud or important. We've seen that a couple times now. I hope that that is sticking with you. I will come around today as you have your iPads in our classroom to do a little writing conferencing with you. If you get stuck, remember, just put your pencil box underneath your desk and I will come to you. All right. Good luck today. I can't wait to see what your opinion writings are all about.